Hey guys, I'm back and I have a video that so many of you have been waiting for. Today we are going to look at the Dogfish, and this is a knife slash shears combination that I've gotten so many requests, like when are you going to do the review, when are you going to do the review, when are you going to do the review, and it's not because I didn't want to, it's because the company asked me to hold off until the thing was back in stock. I don't know if it's back in stock yet. I'll check after I'm done doing the video, but you guys keep asking to see it, so you know what? I'm not going to keep you waiting anymore. We're going to take a look at this bad boy, because I really like it. So the Dogfish, they call it tactical scissors. I think it's a knife that happens to have scissors on it, but it's by HK Outdoors. If you remember, this was a sample sent from Gear Best. Model number there is the GJ-05. I have not messed with it a whole lot because I wanted to save it. I didn't want to mess with the edge. I wanted it to be kind of fresh for a review video, but it's fun to play with. You can very easily one-handed turn it to shears mode, and then when you're done, you just flip that switch and you're back to knife. So that's really cool. It's a heavy-duty tool made of D2 steel, but basically you've got your split handles with some nice G10 scales on each side. You've got two main parts for your tool, and basically you've got three blades on this. You've got your main cutting blade, and then you've got your top and bottom scissors blades. This right here, this looks cool, but that is not a functional element at all. That just looks kind of cool. They designed it so that the tip of the blade extends past the scissors, so if you needed to do a little bit of piercing with this, you could. Overall, it's kind of almost a clip point blade, the upper edge being the bottom of the scissors. It's got a really smooth action to it. I like that sound. The spring in here is great tension. Doesn't really wear on the hand very much, do a lot of the cutting. And like I said, you've got your one function switch there, so that in the middle of whatever you're doing, you can very easily switch back and forth between shears and knife. At first I thought it was going to feel a little uncomfortable, a little awkward over there with that space, but it really doesn't. It's a well-shaped handle. My one complaint on the handle, if I was going to have one, and you know I always am going to have one, I'd like a little bit thicker, a little bit more to hold on to, but I guess that would be a little bit hard with the rest of the shape of the knife, right? But I would like it just a little bit rounder, a little bit more substantial in the hand. Otherwise, fit and finish looks pretty good. It looks very utility. Obviously, they didn't spend a whole lot of time on this guy to look nice or fancy or anything like that. Let's just jump kind of right into testing this guy out. I'd like the wind to die down a little bit so the paper will hold nice and straight. It is a little bit top heavy because of the top of the scissors, and I feel like while the hone on the edge is good, it's not even all the way around. There's certain areas that are obviously sharper than others. Like I said, I really haven't been using the knife for much, so it shouldn't really give us that many problems. You can see it's got some really good areas of the edge right out of the package, and some areas that are just not as well sharpened. Once you get it to bite into the paper though, it's nice. No problem with the shears though. That's pretty good. Let's try it at a little bit of cord cutting. Very easily. See, there we go. Now, I'm not thrilled with the quality of the cut there. It's a little jagged. You can see how it's a little, very clean right there, but a little bit jagged on the other side. So there must be, this must need just a little bit of honing and finishing, just a little bit, but it's easy to cut. I mean, it goes right through it pretty easily. Look at that. That's too bad, because one of the things I was really hoping for was that this thing would work as like a good cord cutter. We could use it just to cut ropes and stuff like that. So let's give it one more chance, shall we? Yeah, so if you put a little bit of tension on it and you pull on the cord, it works a lot better. But still, it'd be great if it was sharpened to the point where it just slices right through it without us having to help it out. If we take the 550 cord without the inner strands, it just snips right through it. I guess it has a lot to do with the width of the cord. Yeah. Very comfortable for working with wood and stuff like that, working with wood. It's a pretty comfortable blade and handle for doing your general bushcraft stuff. It's comfortable, but something doesn't feel right about it to do that kind of work. The handles compress a little bit as you're working. I mean, I'm sure you could if you wanted to, but it doesn't have that same feel. It doesn't, I can't describe it. It's a cool concept and I like it. I just don't think that this would be my choice if I needed to have a knife that I was gonna go, you know, hiking, climbing, surviving, camping with. Maybe camping just for general, you know, utility purposes, but it's still a cool idea. I do like it. I think that if I were to spend some time just using some really super fine diamond stones on the edge there and then stropping it, I think it would get a very nice razor sharp edge and be a lot more effective at a lot of the stuff we were doing with it today. I'm not so sure about the scissors. I would probably send that out to somebody more knowledgeable than myself to see if I could sharpen that up a little bit to make it a little easier to cut through some of the thicker material. But kind of didn't talk about the Kydex sheath it comes with. Holds it in fairly well. It's a little wonky. I'd like another rivet right there. It's got a positionable clip though, so you can move that around to any one of these positions how you see fit. I just sort of stuck it here for, you know, on a belt or whatever. Definitely something I'd rather have, you know, in my little toolbox, in my arsenal than not have it, based on the utility value of it. So there you go, down and dirty, quick and simple, the HX Outdoors Dogfish Tactical Scissors. What do you guys think? There's a lot of you out there that wanted to see me mess with this knife a little bit. I don't know how in-depth you wanted me to get with it, but definitely not a hardcore, hard use item, but certainly very good for your general utility projects. All right, guys, well, I'm gonna wrap this one up. This is cool. When I go check online, if this is back in stock, there will be a link to it from GearBest, because remember, I have that deal with the GearBest guys. Anything I do a review on, if you guys on the channel want to buy one, you get a little discount if you use the link. So if you see a link in the video description, it means it's back in stock. If not, I will keep checking, and I will post a little advisory video letting you guys know when it's back in stock with a link if anybody wants to get one at a little bit of a discount. I like this one though. I'm gonna play with it a little bit more and see what else I can do with it. So until next time, I appreciate you guys. You guys are awesome, and I'll be back in real soon.